there have been some exciting lacrosse games. Great for the spectators, I guess, but when you come up on the short end of those, they certainly sting. The exciting thing for us right now is that we're in all of these games. The guys are playing well, hard. Again, we've talked about it before, where they've really bought into what we're doing in the change. But at the same time, we're not in the business of losing lacrosse games. So we've got to find a way to take these one goal win or losses and turn them into wins. And I think one of the things that we really need to improve on is we're going into a lot of 3 of our 5 losses. We've had a multiple goal lead in the fourth quarter. So that's kind of a growing process that we have to go through, and we have to mature and be able to hold those leads and win those games. At this stage, it's such a team game. Sometimes it's really hard to just pull out certain individuals and say, well, they're playing great, because really I think when certain guys are playing well, it has a lot to do with the guys around them as well. But I think that our specialty teams guys are continuing to play well. We are winning faceoffs. We're getting a lot of saves. So Mike Nugent's doing a really good job there. Justin Evans is doing well. I think defensively, our 2 short stick D midfielders with Wilton McCown and JT Del Tufo, they're doing a super job, and that's a tough position to play in this game, and because you're on the island a lot, and that's who teams want to attack, and you really have to perform well to be able to stay in front of good athletes. And they're doing that. So, and we're getting scoring from Zach Ward, a junior captain, is doing really well and being really crafty and finishing his opportunities around the goal. And Chris Baxa continues to score, and we're getting good play from the midfield. And Owen Collins is another guy that has been on the first midfield, and he kind of bumped to the second midfield, and now he's back up playing as well as any midfielder that we have. So. I think a lot of guys are doing a nice job, and there's many that I haven't mentioned that I feel just as strongly about. I think that this last stretch is going to be really exciting, because all of our time together in practices and games, the learning experience that we've had, now it's a real opportunity with 3 of our last 4 games being at home, putting it together. It's going to be real interesting to see where we are. We had a tough stretch. I mean, we played 5 games in 15 days, and we were on the road for 4 of those 5. So our guys, mentally and physically, were pretty beat up and tired, and now having a full week to prepare for High Point and giving them some recovery time. Our group looks a lot different right now. They're a lot more fresh, and our last couple practices have been very, very good, where we were able to concentrate on ourselves and play with energy and bring a lot more fun back into the game because they weren't as beat up as they've been the last couple weeks. So I think that freshness is going to lead to a good finish as well. High Point's a very good lacrosse team. I know they're young, but they have 2 dynamic scorers down at attack they're 2 of the top scorers in the country. They play extremely hard through the midfield. They're very organized defensively. They play extremely hard. That's the one thing that really stands out to me watching them on film and having an opportunity to see them live is there's not one play during the course of a game where they're letting up. So that's where our challenge is going to come into. Can we match that and maybe even bring a little bit more to the field during that 60 minutes of a game? But we have a heck of a challenge coming up on Sunday. I think it means a lot, to be honest with you. I mean, everybody's talking about the Atlantic Sun starting in 2014, and kind of our mindset is the Atlantic Sun kind of starts for Mercer on Sunday, because we have an opportunity to play a team that's going to be in our league, and I think it's going to be a great environment, and I'm sure they feel the same way. I'm sure they're looking at this as an opportunity to play kind of a conference game.